Manipulators rely on emotional reactions to control you, but one simple phrase can instantly shift the power back to you. Welcome to the Peak Leader, where we break down the psychology of leadership and influence. Psychologists who study human behavior have found that manipulators often depend on emotional reactions, like anger, confusion, or guilt, to control a conversation. When you react emotionally, they gain more power in the situation. One simple phrase can help shift that power back to you. That's interesting. Tell me more. This phrase works because it keeps you calm and curious instead of defensive. It also encourages the other person to explain themselves more clearly. Why this phrase works. When you say, "That's interesting," you show that you heard what the person said, but you are not agreeing or arguing. You are simply acknowledging it. This shows that their words didn't upset or confuse you. When you add, "Tell me more," you invite them to explain their thinking. Questions that start with what, like "What makes you say that?" usually feel less attacking than why questions, which can make people defensive. By staying calm and asking for more information, you remove the emotional reaction that manipulators often rely on. Gaslighting is when someone tries to make you doubt your memory or what you experienced. For example, they might say, "I never said that," or "You're remembering it wrong." You could respond, "That's interesting. Tell me more about how you remember it." Later, you might add, "That's not how I remember it," or "Maybe we should ask someone else who was there." This approach works because you are not immediately defending yourself. Instead, you ask them to explain their version in detail. When people have to explain their story clearly, inconsistencies often become obvious. The next example is when someone is guilt-tripping you. Sometimes people try to make you feel guilty so you will do what they want. For example, "After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me?" You might respond, "That's interesting. What makes you say that?" Then you could say, "I appreciate what you've done, but this is still my decision." This shifts the conversation away from your supposed guilt and toward their reasoning. When they have to explain their logic, the emotional pressure often becomes weaker. Sometimes manipulation is subtle. Someone might question your loyalty or care. For example, the manipulator might say, "If you really cared, you would agree with me." You could respond, "That's interesting. What makes you think that?" Then you might add, "Caring about someone doesn't mean we have to agree on everything." This helps separate your values from what they want you to do. To tie these all together, the next time someone tries to manipulate the conversation, remember, you don't have to argue, react emotionally, or prove them wrong. Instead, pause, stay calm, and simply say, "That's interesting. Tell me more." Sometimes the most powerful response isn't fighting back, it's staying curious and letting the truth reveal itself. If you found this helpful, please type "Tell me more" in the comments so you remember it the next time you need it. And if you enjoy learning simple psychological tools like this that can help you stay confident in difficult conversations, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.